Hey guys, and welcome to an easy tutorial on how to read and write binary. Now we're just going to hop right into this because it's only going to take about 5 minutes and it's going to be super easy. So basically the concept of binary is there's only two different values in a select number. It's either on or off, 0 or 1. 0 being off, 1 being on. And when there's a 1 there, that means we're going to use that value. Now, the set values are the same for every binary number. It starts from the right and moves over to the left. The right side being 1 and then moving to 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. It basically doubles every single time. If it's easier to think of it for you, each one is 2 raised to the power of n. So the first one's 2 to the 0, then 2 to the 1, then 2 to the 2, and so forth. Otherwise, it's just doubling from the number 1. So now that we have these set values in here, a binary number, all it does is say whether we use that value or we don't. So let's say we have the number 1101. As you see, we don't even use the 16th power over there, so we can actually ignore that. So all this number says is there's a 1 over the 8, that means we're going to use 8. So write down 8. A 1 over the 4, we're going to use 4. So plus 4. 0 over 2, so we're not going to add 2. And then 1 over 1, so we're going to add 1. So 1101 actually equals the number 8 plus 4 plus 1. And all that is 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So that number is 13 in binary. Now, a very easy way to do this, because obviously you might not know off the top of your head how many digits am I going to need to go, because it goes 1, 2, 4, 8, and obviously you're going to have to get higher and higher the bigger number you get. You can take the number you have and you want to convert it to binary and just keep dividing it by 2. Now, the way this works is actually really simple, so let me further explain myself. So let's say we have the number 26. Now, we can divide that by 2, and if we are able to evenly divide that, so basically if the number is even, it will divide by 2. If the number is odd, it's not going to be able to divide by 2 evenly. So if we have 26, we can divide that by 2 once and get 13. So 26 divided by 2 equals 13. We have no remainder, so we're going to write a 0 there. Then we go again, divide by 13, or divide by 2. So we have 13 divided by 2. Now that we can't divide by 2 because it'll give us 6.5, which isn't a whole number. So what we can do is get the 6 out of it, because 2 can fit into 13 6 times, but then we have that 1 left over, which we have to split into 2 parts. So basically an easy way to think of it is if it can't divide by 2, just subtract 1 from it and then divide by 2. So basically 13 divided by 2 isn't 6, but if we take 1 away, so remainder 1, and then we do 12 divided by 2, that is 6. So now we have a 1 on the outside. And then keep doing this. So now we have 6. So now 6 divided by 2, well, that divides evenly. That's 3. Equals 3, no remainder, we write a 0. And then we divide that by 3. 3 divided by 2, well, we're running into the same error. Well, we take the 1 out, remainder 1, and then we say, well, 3 minus 1 is 2, and 2 does go into 2. So we write a 0 there. Or a 1, sorry. 2 goes into 2 one time. Now we're stuck with 1, and once you get down to this point, you know you're reaching the end because you're getting to such a small number. 1 divided by 2, well, that obviously doesn't work, and there's nothing we can do, because if we subtract 1 from it, you're going to get a 0, so you subtract 1, because that's what happens when you have an odd number. If we have an odd number, it's 1, subtract 1 becomes 0, and then that means that we're done with this, but since we subtracted 1, remember, every time we take that 1 out, we have to put it to the side. And now this number on the side is exactly what your binary number is from last to first. So our binary number is 11010, and that is the number 26. So let's step back through this. So first, you take the number, you divide it by 2. If it is an even number, it'll divide evenly, which will give you a value of 0 for that one spot. If it's an odd number, subtract 1 from it and then divide it by 2. But whenever you subtract the 1, you have to make sure that that spot is filled with a 1. So just write a 1 next to it. And then when you're done all the way down to where it gets to 0, when you get to, like, in this case, 1/2, subtracted 1 became 0, then you know you're done with the whole dividing by 2 step, and then your remainder, obviously, you take 1 away, it becomes 0, and that'll be your last one. And so this is just a little trick, faster way to convert it that I like to use. And then if you want to, you can double check this. So let's do 11010. Moving from the right to the left, remember, the first one is a 1, the second one is a 2, then 4, 8, and 16. So we have 116, so we have 16. We have a 1 over 8, so plus 8. We have 0 over 4, so we don't touch that. We have a 1 over 2, so plus 2, and we don't have anything over a 1, so we're done. So if you add those up, 16 plus 8 plus 2 equals 16 plus 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26. So that all checks out. Hope you guys had a good time learning this binary code. And if you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything I can explain more in depth for you, please leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed.